And we're back to Daggertruss. Off camera, not intentionally so. I did a little bit of adding to the fortress. We have the first level down here with the plethora of animals that need to be butchered. The second level, which was pretty well already built up. I think we added a wall here. And the third level, where we decided to not continue the towers up, instead uh, roof those off and build a rectangular-ish area for the actual living area of the fort. One thing I did was I went through and I cut down the trees that were immediately around the fortress and extended a generic wood stockpile. The reason being, I was having trees grow right next to the fortress, and that would eliminate the safety provided by the overhang because invaders could climb the trees and still get into the fortress. By putting a generic wood stockpile here, we will keep trees from sprouting and growing up and providing easy access into the fortress. It's allowing, rather than building roads or something like that, just using the stockpile, which I already want, to uh, also keep the trees back. The one thing I'll have to be careful of is once the stockpile starts getting a little low on wood, trees can pop up through here again. But I'll deal with that when it becomes an issue. This is completely filled again with rain, so I'll have to come up with some way to probably drain that if I want to get a little bit of platinum out of there and the wood. We are still at war with the elves, though we have not actually stripped these guys of their equipment yet because they keep providing more tasks for my dwarves to do, and they are staying far, far too busy. One of the things that's happening because they are so busy is they stored a bunch of food in their rooms and no one's coming around to collect all the food. It's causing miasma problems. Because of this, I went and said no more backpacks. I forbid all the backpacks in the fort, and hopefully now we will have less food being stored in bedrooms. I also have started going around pulling the ore and other materials out of the bedroom walls so that it can be used for the war machine. I am increasing the barracks here so that we have a place to store the equipment and there'll be a place for the dwarves to sleep while they are training. So I have the stockpiles expanded because there is far too much food involved here. And one thing I was looking at, I was wondering if I should do, is this miner is only mining. I can give them some additional skills. I am going to get a third planter. Hopefully that'll allow them to start keeping up with the activities up here. Liming, plant processing, cheese milking. Don't need to be a gelder. Spinning, cooking. Alright. A third planter. This will hopefully allow a little bit of break for the two planters that are here. Now they're still the primary planters. They are in the secondary squad here. Both my planters are. And the one I just created is in the primary squad here. So anytime I mobilize the troops, I'll lose a planter for a little while, but they can return whenever everyone's running around doing the work that needs to be done. I'll gain also an additional planter. Let's see. I think that's the majority of the interesting things that were probably not captured by the last time. I forgot to make sure that for some reason the capture software likes to not always capture. And if it's running through, I just get a black screen for the entirety of the game, which is not really even enough for me to feel like I should publish it. I could go through and once again cut up a bunch of birch. The problem is the dwarves are very much overwhelmed by the activities that they have to do already. Probably should have left all of my military on just wrestling, so they wouldn't be trying to always equip their stuff when they're going to spontaneously train and then unequip all their stuff before they can do whatever hauling tasks they need to do. Really, all the hauling tasks that they need to do are a bit of a problem as well. I'll turn all those tasks back on. And oh, they're bringing a horse down. Butchered a horse. Yeah, there's just far too much food in this fort, which is not a usual problem for me to have. But raiding the elves really pushed us over, I feel like. And I'm getting a frame rate hit because of all these animals, in fact. I'm assuming it's because of all these animals. See down here, it's at 45, 46. I could start going through the dogs at this point. Look at all the black bears. I really think I missed my opportunity with the grizzlies. Black bears are not trainable like grizzlies, and I don't have a breeding pair of grizzlies. Foxes, I don't need foxes either. They're not trainable, but I can chew on them. See, here's the grizzlies that I don't have a breeding pair of. I believe once I thin out the other animals some, I'll look into these birds. I think I can make them into good exotic pets. Just too many animals. In fact, so many animals. Getting rid of these yaks too. Black bears, fox. Oh man. Yeah, too many animals. I need to make sure they stay on top of tanning hides. Things are rotting already at the butcher station. What rotted here? Nervous system for one thing. Excellent. This is gonna be a foul mood. So I'm torn right now between trying to recover this fortress and abandoning it. I could abandon it and then come back with 7 fresh dwarves and try and slowly build up claiming things. And I wouldn't have all the military dwarves that keep trying to equip everything and go into training. If I look right now, there's probably dwarves trying to equip. Oh, they're not. Go to individual combat drills. I may have solved that by turning them all into wrestlers. Going to expand this area. I don't actually want it this large. But I need to store this food. Here's what I'll do. I'll use this little area back here I didn't intend to have as extra storage. And I'll erase this because I really don't want this into the dining room. There. It's almost like I planned that. I really didn't. Obviously. But having more food stored down here should hopefully take up less space up here. Come on, tan hides. Throw stuff out. Yeah, they have most of this wood collected. Too many tasks, too many big tasks for all these elves, or dwarves. I was thinking about how they are also supposed to strip all these elves. Maybe I should pause this activity. I'll do the processing activities, not the things that are causing me to get more stuff to process. I could pause the meals. I'm gonna pause the meals too. Hopefully that'll be enough. They're done with the building up here. They're done with most of the lumber hauling around the outside. Shouldn't be that many other tasks. Storing items, making shale blocks. I can pause that activity too. Just running around pausing activities that don't need to be done. Until all this stuff gets hauled correctly. I'm gonna do something ridiculous. I'm gonna turn off my pigtails. We're in recovery right now, just trying to get the fort back on its feet. Yeah, no one likes the miasma. Why are you smelting limonite ore? Going to pause that too. Need you guys just pausing everything. Just about. Let's cut gems though. If there's gems to be cut, they should be. Okay, there apparently aren't gems to be cut. What are all these doors doing? Socializing, no job. Taking, eating, combat drill, pick up equipment, individual combat drill. No. Hey, they're finally starting to dig out the barracks again. I only told them to do that over an hour ago. Grabbing food, storing it in there, running through the miasma. Great, a bunch of military trained dwarves running through miasma. You can see they're all getting angry up here. there's a lot of work that needs to be done. A lot of hauling. Can I? Don't want to pause the butchering. I need the butchering to happen, but I really need this stuff moved too. Slowly turn this stuff back on once they get caught up on hauling. So this is still happening, the processing plants and spinning thread. And making wine, maybe planting when they need to. Yeah. Native gold? Really? Oh, nice. Turn this on auto, actually. Get this coal dug out. Any of the auto stuff needs to be taken care of. And I could sell a bunch of the prepared foods. I have to figure out what I would like to buy too. Hopefully a diplomat shows up. Let's see what we want. Gems bins? Sure. Finished goods, as long as it's not 5. There's 5 I have to jump over. Finished goods. You know what? I'm gonna try and sell weapons as well. Because I can replace them. And if I can get a bunch of wealth out, perhaps I can get more elves or more dwarves. This is all bar. Okay. We'll do. Let me see what we got in barrels too. Prepared foods. Let's grab the prepared foods that are not in walnut or not in willow, and I'll try and get rid of those. Plant prepared foods. Plant live barrels, fine. Prepared foods. I might actually end up without any prepared foods after all this. That would be something. I think it'll be fine. So that's going to be the priority. Get rid of the prepared foods. World's same as ever. Okay. What I think that I want is to buy rough gems. I have them bring me rough gems. I can do cut gems? No, I want rough gems. Maybe you can't ask for rough gems. I'd be disappointed if you can't ask for rough gems. Doesn't seem like you can ask for rough gems. Alright. What else can I ask for that's high value? Sheets, maybe? I can start collecting pigtail sheets. The idea there being shouldn't take up a lot of room, but should be a lot of value that I can bring in and sell. Instruments, sure. Bring me in instruments too. Headwear and handwear, perfect. I need to really increase the amount of value we've exported, and hopefully that will draw in more dwarves. Now, it's early in the world's history, so maybe there's not a lot of dwarves to draw in. If we look over here at the home fort, it's 200 dwarves, and there aren't any other cities around, so I'm wondering if I pull in 10, if that means it goes down to 190. I'm hoping that's not the case, but we'll see. If that's the case, I might have to restructure how I'm thinking about this fort. One item, let's request. Trade, okay. We want, yeah. Sure, I'll take some clay. Take rope. Take flasks, they're okay. Yep. Iron puzzle box, love it. Toy boats, yeah. Mini forges, okay. Cages, eh. Definitely not if they've got animals in them. No willow, bronze battle axe. Bismuth bronze warhammer. I actually think that might be okay, but I don't need it. Definitely don't want inferior materials here. Wool vest, gives, sure, clothes are okay. Not shoes. Socks are fine. So I don't know if this is a giant cave spider's silk right glove or a cave spider silk right glove that is giant sized. No way for me to know. It's kind of ridiculous. Let's get some prepared food for these guys. Alright. average this back out. Mittens, yes. Let's give them another barrel of prepared food. Bags, yes. I'll do sand too. Pigtail seeds, sure. Red sand, yeah. I guess I'm doing all the bags. Do I want the gems? Kinda want the gems. I love collecting the gems. Food, no! Do not take more food. Don't take more food. Plants, plump helmets. I might take more plump helmets. No, I'm not going to. Thread, yes. Backpacks, no. Cheese, no. Rat leather, large rat leather, mink tuft bag, no. No, no. Sheets, yep, I'll take those. Let's give you that. You'll accept that. I'm going to trade that. We're going to grab those. These. Terrible things. Clothing I don't want anymore. Especially it's X's, it means it's no good. It's ragged. I need to clear it out so that I know to make more good stuff. Just trying to see. Pigtail. I think I made some of this stuff. So we're going through a couple of times. Yeah, like we made this. The clothes we made for our dwarves is starting to be an export even when they're a little bit ragged. They're getting the vintage clothing here. Gems, don't need. Hold on to the gems. Get rid of that arrow. More arrows. I guess I'm gonna hold on to my armor and weapons. I'd sell those if I needed to, but this is all going to probably be gifted. I don't really want anything for these. I don't want more objects. Not sure what gifting does. I hope it draws more dwarves. They want me to pick something. Nope. I can't offer as gifts? Not sure why I can't offer as gift. You'll receive no payment. Yes, proceed. Got rid of that. Although it's not actually letting me do it. Yeah, it wants me to trade something. it for some reason allowed that to come up, even though it won't allow it to execute. So I guess I'll grab this steel mace. There. One steel mace. All that stuff. Move goods to and from. Go back to barrels. I'm pretty sure I got rid of everything though. Yep. And bin wise, they can return everything. And I no longer need the trader here. Let's see. Construct furniture, beds. I have to keep doing that. We're just going to do the closest for a little bit. There's all the beds placed. We'll do a cabinet over here and a coffer. Oh yeah, I've got a bunch of these because I stole some of them. Perfect. And we will expand the training area to include all of that. And they can do all of that when they're training. They can sleep down here. They can. I wonder if I have to turn this into a dormitory. Let's do this just in case. My food, it's still saying I've got an abundance of food, even though I got rid of all those barrels of prepared meals. Lavishly prepared meals. I was gonna say I thought they were catching up, but I could be wrong. Although there is a lot for them to haul. And there's a lot down here for them to haul too. Oh, there's all the beds. Did I pause the killing? I paused the butchering. That makes sense. And yeah, they're still all busy. Let's see, my outpost created wealth, imported wealth, exported wealth, because it hasn't been exported yet. But hopefully, with the giant amount of wealth we just shoved out of the fortress, it will draw more dwarves. If we get enough, might actually be able to reinstate the military. Wouldn't that be nice? They're still not even hauling all this stuff. Oh, they finished digging this out. Can fix some of it. Shale blocks there. Shale block there. There and if I do that, do I cut off? Yeah. I need to dig this here. Build the shale block wall there. So that I still have access to whatever's down here. Okay. Barracks have been worked on. Don't want to give them too much outside work. You can see all these backpacks I have locked. I'd heard they had fixed the whole backpack issue. However, I think it's sort of dependent on not having all your dwarves so busy with other tasks that they can't haul regular food around. My dwarves are very, very busy. Yeah, very busy. At least the kitchen's clean. The butcher shop is not yet. Going to unlock this door just in case something dies in there. I think they can still butcher it. Same with over here. I believe all the creatures, baby black bears and whatnot, yeah, everything's still assigned somewhere. So they can proceed. Hey, they're starting to collect all these iron bars even. Oh, this is huge. It's the gems. The gems are starting to be collected. All of these workshops have so much stuff just sitting, waiting to be hauled out. Still have. Actually, they got most of the meat out of there. Well, most of it. Alright, I'm going to unpause the butchering of animals. Hopefully, the dwarves can keep up with the butchering of animals until I've reduced some of that surface. I'm really surprised how much my frames are being destroyed. It's this has got to be a big part of the problem. It's got to be. Come on. Gotta butcher these creatures. Should have had this going as we were raiding the elves. I didn't know what I would want to keep and what I wouldn't. Actually gonna pause those other tasks I said I would keep going. Keep slaughtering. In fact, I wonder if I should make a second workshop for the tanner. Just because I have enough. I have 3 farmers, 1 can butcher, 2 could be tanning. Although it looks like they're gonna go over here and render fat. Come on. Oh, yeah, they're almost done building this one. It's not even like they have to go that far. It's down 2 layers and then over here. Come on. Oh, this is good. We're at least getting through these animals at a faster rate. I may just sit and do this for a while. Start it up again if something interesting happens. Just for recovery, we need to get rid of a bunch of these animals. And they're breeding so fast. My goodness. This might not even. It is possible to catch up. It's got to be possible. I just may have to make some extra butcher stations. I don't know. Alright, well, I hope your fort goes better than mine. See you next time.